right, we are almost there. Excellent job. We've gotten this far. Let's really push our Java knowledge and experience to the limits here. Once again, a reminder, you have not seen a lot of these things, just that you can follow along and sort of appreciate the thought process and maybe pick up a few things along the way is perfect. Otherwise, just make it work in any way, shape, or form. It's more of a sign of things to come than it is something you should have been able to do on your own. So try not to get too bent out of shape about it. So just to recap what we've had to think about and deal with, and it's pretty incredible. We've thought about the fact that it has to look for lowercase versus uppercase words, so we just converted the whole statement that they put into lowercase to eliminate that problem. And then, this is your job as a programmer. It's like, is there a better way? And what about punctuation and all of that business? So we want to just address some of those concerns. And certainly that's not the end of it. There are a lot more. Of course, the big problem right now is the use of index of. That is the biggest thing, because like we talked about in class, if I type in "I like snow," that is not a negative statement. But because the way my chatbot works, it's strictly saying, are the characters NO anywhere in the typed in statement, and NO is right there. And so that's not a great way for us to deal with it, because as soon as I hit return, it says, why so negative? Because it's there, and it's very much not a negative statement. So how do you deal with that? So here's what we're going to do. First of all, eliminate the punctuation, okay? Because those get in the way of separating my words inside of my sentence, okay? So eliminate the punctuation. And then the second thing I just said, okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use some fancy schmancy string methods that take a string like this, okay? And because that string, I space like space snow, okay, and then actually a space after that, because the punctuation will be replaced by a space, my method will split that string into an array, okay, a list of individual words, and I can loop through those words to see if a particular word is in there. So I'll come back to get response in a second. Let's go down to those two methods that you can look at and use and try out, and it's pretty magical, and you kind of get a feeling for what has to happen. So here is my first one. I want to be able to remove punctuation from a string so that I can split it into words without punctuation. Okay, in case I wanted to look for snow, I don't want to have to look for snow exclamation mark, right? So how do you remove punctuation? Well, I'm going to loop through a series of punctuation marks and replace it, and that's a new method. So first of all, reminder, okay, remember that array from activity 4. This is an array of strings, but it's actually punctuation marks, okay? I'll just abbreviate here, punctuation marks. And so again, that's the array. Bracket tells you it's a string list rather than just a single string. And this is string 0 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So they have numbers. They have an index attached to them when they're in the list. That means I can loop through each of those punctuation marks and replace str, okay, with nothing. So I'm going to say this is a new method, replace, okay? You take it, if it finds that anywhere, it's going to replace it with nothing, okay? So it eliminates that. And then eventually, after it goes through all of them, if it's not there, it doesn't do anything, it's going to return that string that does not have any punctuation marks in it. So that's pretty cool, because I need that in my find keyword method in a second. So there's that remove punctuation. I'm going to use that in a second right there. And so I'll keep that open and then go down to here. This is the biggest one. This is what I want to replace index of with. this is a better way to find a keyword. I'm looking for a word in a string or in a sentence, in a question, okay? And what I need to do, just in in English, is I need to first get rid of all the punctuation in str. I need to then split it, also a new function or a method, string method, into individual words, and then I need to loop through that array of words and look for this particular word. So here's what that looks like with code. So there it is. Take str, plop it into my new remove punctuation method, assign it back into itself, okay? Not unlike converting to lowercase. And then here's the secret sauce right here. Split, okay? Here's super cool Java stuff. This is what's called an escape sequence. Look for any white space, okay? And it will take it and it will fill up words array, okay, with every individual word from str. Again, it breaks based on white space and so on. Again, that's not something I expected you to know or understand. Well, maybe understand at this point, but be expected to use. Maybe you looked it up and got as far as like, I know how to call split. I just don't know what to put right here. Okay? Understandable. Well, then what do? Okay? You're going to loop through that array. Okay? And you are going to look for word. Hey, if you find word, okay, the word you're looking for, anywhere in words, okay, look at position 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, all the way up to the end, okay? If you find it equals ignore case, so you don't have to worry about case. That's another cool little method. Return true. And there it is. So it'll loop through that particular array to find word inside of the words array, one word at a time, 0, then 1, then 2, because I'm in a loop, and return true. If it gets through the entire loop, okay, so this is, I didn't put the brackets in, but if I did, that would be the beginning, that would be the end of the loop right here. If it gets through the entire loop and never returns true, it's not in there, so return false. Super cool. So how do you make this actually work? Well, anywhere I have index of, okay, I need to replace it with find keyword. So I'm going to go right up here and find keyword returns true or false. So I can just say find keyword, and I'm going to look for the word no, okay, inside of statement. Okay. And now my problem of the no negative thing is gone. Okay, so if I run this, barring any typos, let's chat and I can say I like snoo. Okay, and it'll do a random response down here. So it didn't say this, so that's good news. It didn't say this because now it separated the word snow from no, because it had find keyword works differently than index of. It actually searches individual words inside of statement for no. Okay. So how do you apply that to your other methods? Well, you don't do it here. I would go into each of these is school. And again, rather using index of, I could just say same thing. I'm going to say find keyword. Okay. Capital K. School inside of, in this case, the parameter str. So I'm going to copy and paste that to make my life easier. And rather than all that garbage, no longer using index of, I'm searching for, I just lost it, math. And same thing down here, search for GPA, okay, in str, and so on. And you can do that for all of your other methods. Replace those index ofs with your super smart find keyword, and you are good to go. So much smarter. Again, this is not the perfect chatbot by any means. Okay, we're about I don't know, 18 versions away from that, maybe, but we're getting closer and we're learning some super cool method writing and super cool usage of string methods to make things work a little better. And again, building blocks. So good luck with that. Reach out to me if you have any questions. Rewatch the video, take some screenshots. Otherwise, great job. You made it this far. Hope it works. See you soon.